And I'm going to tell you, as a financial advisor for the last roughly 14 years, I know that people store cash in some of the worst places possible. We need to have a place in which we're storing cash. They store it at the bank, right, Joe?
That's right. Checking and savings accounts are the least efficient means to save money towards this end goal. We're talking about creating assets that create passive income.
Why would you say that the banks would be inefficient?
Well, so first of all, I'll just back up and give you my story real quickly. I was managing about 25 loan officers at one of the world's largest banks. So I had my hands on any financial instrument that I was interested in. By the way, nobody ever talked about whole life insurance, by the way. They never would have brought that up to me because that's what everybody says is the worst place to put money.
The worst.
And I'm saving money in savings accounts, checking accounts at the time. And I was doing okay. Probably 10% of my income being able to save. But when I understood this concept, when it was shared with me, I started to save 4 times what I was used to saving because I understood now I can be way more efficient. I don't have to give up future earnings to have liquidity today.
I mean, we know that the reason we save money in banks is because it's convenient, it's normal. We get to look at it online. It's as if we couldn't look at any other asset that we own online. But that's the reason people put money in banks, right? And we know it's inefficient. We know that we spend the dollar from the bank and it's gone forever. And that's what we'll go back to. We'll talk about in this episode and episodes that go forward. Is you have to understand what's happening with your dollar because the cost of every decision we make, and you've probably heard this before, opportunity cost. That's when we spend a dollar, what the cost of that dollar is, not only for that day, but for the rest of our life, because that's a dollar we can't use. And when we get in today about where we're storing wealth, we got to talk about where we're storing cash. In the first place, it's got to be a comparison between the traditional places and the banks and what we learned about starting in 2008, 2009, is specially designed insurance contracts. These are whole life, dividend paying whole life. Let me be specific about that. Life insurance contracts that are designed to produce the highest cash value possible with the lowest death benefit that the government will allow. And I say that because we're always talking about taxes. And I always wondered why would the government restrict how much money I put in a life insurance policy until I really started thinking about the fact that, these life insurance policies can grow without taxes, and I can actually access the money throughout the time frame and in the end and live a legacy that can be tax-free.